Shalom, family. This is Grammy Yah. Guess what? Jam on it. Jam on it. Yes, strawberry jam, you guys. I am going to make the simplest strawberry jam that you've ever seen. We're not going to go through all that complicated stuff, okay? So right now, I just want to show you we're going to water bath can this, okay? This is my water bath canner. If you don't have this, don't worry about it. And it also came with a rack. This is what I am using today, but no fear. If you have a pot about this size or even smaller, you can use this as long as you put some type of rack at the bottom. So once you put the rack at the bottom, whatever size jars that you use, you have to make sure that once you put the water in it, it will cover the jars at least 1 or 2 inches. So if you don't have one this size, put a rack in the bottom of that pot. Put the jars that you're going to use to make sure that you have at least 2 inches area where you can cover it with water. That's simple, okay? I'm simple, y'all. I'm simple, okay? And so since I have the jars, I am using these 8-ounce jars today. And guess what? This right here is an 8-ounce jar. It's just short and fat. So you can also use this 8-ounce jar, okay? But most people use 8-ounce jars for jelly. If you don't want to keep using the little, wait a minute, you guys, the little 8-ounce jars, you can use a 16-ounce jar, the pint-sized jar, yeah. And I know some people even use a quart-sized jar, okay? So, but I'm saying whatever is your preference. And you can also use the little 4-ounce jars, okay? I like using the 4-ounce jars because after it's all said and done, instead of opening up my 8-ounce jar, I like to open up the little 4-ounce jars just to taste my jelly to see if it came out great. All right. So those are the jars. Okay. So today what we're going to need jars. They already washed and they're good. Okay. We are going to need sugar. We're going to need some pectin, Sure Gel pectin. There is another pectin and it's called low sugar, and it comes in a pink box. But today I'm using the Sure Gel in this yellow box, okay? We are going to need some lemon juice, okay? We are going to need some butter. Well, the butter is optional. I'm going to use the butter, at least 2 tablespoons of butter to keep the foam down in my jam. Okay, this helped to eliminate the foam, but this is optional. You will need a funnel. You will need a ladle that I forgot to put out. You will need a spoon. You're going to need your jar lifter. You're going to need a whisk. Okay? And this is optional, a potato smasher. This, if you want to break down some of your strawberries, if they're too big, you can break them down. Or you can use the immersion blender, the stick blender. I'll show you that because I'm going to use my stick blender because I don't want big strawberry in my jam. But hey, you can do what you want to do. I'm the type of person that once I lay my jam on my toast, every now and then I like to get a nice chunk. Okay, so we're going to get to that. Let's see. And vinegar. We're going to need our vinegar because we have to wipe off our lids because it's going to be very, very sticky. And so you want your lids to seal. Okay. We're going to need our lids in hot water, you guys. Yes, we want our lids in hot water because our water in the canner is going to be hot. our jars are going to be hot because I'm gonna put this in here, and I'm just gonna let it sit until I'm ready to pull them out. So that water is gonna be extremely hot. And last but not least, the main attraction. I am going to be using these sliced strawberries, you guys. This bag is a 4-pound bag. A 4-pound bag, and I got it from Sam's. And this should equal out into 8 cups because this is a 64-ounce bag. So this should yield me 8 cups. So 8 cups should yield me 8-ounce glasses. Okay, now I'm just loading my jars into my water bath canner. Just like this. I have the rack up, so my jars, about this much is in the water. So once the water starts to really heat up, that's going to heat up my jars, okay? So I just threw a little extra jars in there, because remember I said I like my little 4-ounce jars. And so now that I have my jars sitting on my rack, they're not submerged in the water. So I'm just going to put my lid on it so it can keep the heat in there, okay? So now I'm just going to open up my strawberries. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I let these thaw out, you guys, because it's so much easier working with the strawberries that are thawed out. They're not completely thawed out, but the majority of them are, okay? So I'm gonna pour this whole bag into a pot. So make sure you have a big enough pot to hold these strawberries. I'm not for sure if I'm going to be able to hold these strawberries once they start to boil. I don't know. So I'm going to start off with this pot, okay? I'm going to turn my fire up on medium high right now to get them started, you guys. Yes. And we're going to use sugar. We have 8 cups of strawberries. I'm going to start out with 4 cups of sugar. Yes, that may be right at it, or we may need more. Don't know, because it all depends on how sweet your strawberries are, okay? And your taste buds, all right? So, here we go. All my strawberries are in my pot. Once they completely warm, there's no more ice on them, I'm gonna bring you back because I'm gonna use my immersion blender to show you how I blend up, or you can use the potato smasher. While we're waiting for the strawberries to heat up, I'm going to take 1 cup of my sugar, pour it in a bowl, about 1 cup, okay? And then I'm going to take my pectin, my sugar gel, and I'm going to add it to at least 1 cup of sugar, okay? And I'm just going to mix it in. That's it. Because this is going to be our first sugar that we put into our strawberries. Okay? So let me bring you closer. These are sliced strawberries, but let me just show you what they look like. I don't want strawberries this size on my toast. You can, but I don't. Okay, fam, do you see how the strawberries are breaking down? Yes, so they look like they are completely thawed out. Isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful. And we're going to get you a spoon. Wait a minute. Get you a spoon, just a regular spoon. I'm going to put this spoon in my freezer. Yes, my freezer, because this is going to be our tester later on, okay? This is the point where you want to use your potato smasher or your emergent blender. Some people call it hand blender, stick blender. So you can just take your potato smasher and just smash up your strawberries to the consistency that you like, okay? But I'm going to use my stick blender to do the work for me. And like I said, you can get it all nice and smooth. If you like just smooth strawberry jam, I think I'm gonna stop right there. I like chunks in mine, so I'm not going to make it real smooth. Okay, let's see what we have. See, I still have chunks. So you can leave them as is, or you can just keep where you just have some chunks. This is not completely smooth, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on stirring this. Now, I've been stirring for about 10 minutes, you guys, okay? And my strawberry jam is getting hot. Oh, look at those. That is going to be delicious. Now, I'm going to pour in this 1 cup of sugar and that box of pectin, okay? And I'm going to stir this and let this dissolve until it comes to a boil. Now my jam is coming to a nice little boil, you guys. So what I'm going to do now is going to add the remaining of my 3 cups. I'm not for sure if 3 cups, well, actually 4 cups all together is going to be enough, because I don't know how sweet these strawberries are, okay? And so, but I know 4 cups, I'm safe. I may have to add more, or I might be right at it, okay? And just while you pouring your sugar, don't pour all at one time. Just pour about a cup at a time and get that stirred in, okay? All right. And just stir that. My heat still on medium-high heat. It's coming to a nice little boil, you guys. But I am going to taste this. Yes, I am. It's my jam. So I'm going to taste it. And you taste yours too, to see if it's sweet enough, okay? But before I taste it, do you see the foam? See, can I get you? You see the foam that I'm talking about? You see that foam on top? Yes. So, sorry about the big pot, y'all, but that's the pot that I'm using today. That's my Waterbath Canning pot. So, to get rid of the foam, this is where the 2 tablespoons of butter comes in, okay? Just go to the 2 tablespoon mark and just drop the butter in there. It already smells so good in here, you guys. It smells delicious. It smells so good in this house. And so I'm gonna go ahead and add my 1/4 cup of lemon juice, okay? I usually use the store-bought lemon juice because they know exactly how much alkaline in it and everything. And I'm Waterbath canning today because this is a high acid food. For any high acid food, you guys, you want to Waterbath can it. Low acid foods, you want to pressure can it, okay? Oh, it's looking so good, you guys. I'm going to bring you back when it starts to boil. I wind up adding a half a cup more of sugar. The 4 cups, it was there, but I needed just a little bit more. So I added a half a cup, you guys. Okay, fam, I've taken my cold spoon out of my freezer. I have no foam in here, you guys. It's still boiling. So just let it continue on to boil. So I'm just going to do a little test. I'm going to put a little bit on the spoon to see if I can get it to gel. I'm just going to lay it here while I continue to stir. So you just keep stirring, you guys, until you cannot stir the bubbles away. So I think I am almost here. Can you see? You see those bubbles? When I take my whisk, the bubbles don't go away. And do you see the foam? The foam is gone. But foam is good. There's nothing wrong with the foam, okay? You see how I'm stirring it? And it's still bubbling? Okay, so let's see what the spoon looks like. It's running just a tad, but I can live with that. Because once it really does get cold, well, set, we're going to be good. So I'm going to stop it right here. So it looks like you have to let this boil, come up to a boil, and it looks like you have to stay here and just stir it for a good 15 minutes. You can't leave it. Keep it on medium high. I did turn it up a little higher at one point, but I turned it back down to medium high just to try to speed things up. But be careful, you don't want to burn your jam. All right, this is a kind of fast process. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start removing jars, okay? I have my lids in hot water, as hot as I could get it. I have my vinegar, my strawberry jam, and my jars. Take my jar lifter, pour it out of the jar, make sure no water's in it. I usually take a couple out at a time. And I had a plate, oh. And I usually use a plate because I'm so messy. So we're going to put the funnel on the jar, and we are going to fill our jars up with a 1 inch, ooh, that looks beautiful, you guys. A half an inch headspace. 1/2 inch headspace, you guys. Yes, for jams. Okay, the jars are hot. Move it out of the way. See, already spilled. Fill my jar. 1/2 inch headspace. Okay. Now, let me remove my funnel. Take my paper towel, dip it in my vinegar, wipe around the rims. Ooh, that tastes good. Wipe around the rims, you guys. Wipe around the rims. Make sure there's no nicks and cracks around your rims, okay? Just wipe around your rims real good because we want our jars to seal, okay? And that's all you do. So now I'll take my jar lifter. I'm not going to debubble this because you know what? I'm going to go ahead and debubble it for newbie's sake. I'm going to take my debubbler and just stir it around, you guys. Just stir it around. Just in case if there's any air bubbles in here. take it, just stir it around, just in case if there's any air bubbles, okay? And so I'm just gonna wipe my rims off one more time. Take my jar lifter, put my lids on. Ooh, kind of warm. Put my lid on, put my ring on. These jars are hot, fingertip tight. Fingertip tight, there you go. And I'm gonna take my jar lifter and put it back into my canner. And I'm going to repeat the process. Okay, family, I'm gonna show you what a rolling boil look like. This is a rolling boil, okay? So I will set my timer for 10 minutes and I'll bring you back. Okay, my timer has gone off. I'm going to turn my heat off. Now what you do is, trying to see if this is too hot. Take the lid off, and I'm just gonna let this sit here for 5 minutes. Okay, fam, it's been 5 minutes. I am going to lift my rack and remove my jars. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Woo, you hear that? And there you go. So you guys, that's music to my ears. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to show you one that I made the other day, but I doubled the pectin. Okay, this one is what I made the other day, and I doubled the pectin. Instead of 1 box, I used 2 boxes. And that's the way that look. And I'm going to show you how it looks on toast. I'm waiting for my toast to come out of the oven, but I just wanted you guys to see it, how it looks. If you like it stiff like this, you can just double your pectin. And it only took 10 minutes to process, and then I let it sit for 5 minutes. So the jar that I have like this, that I just made, I just threw it in the refrigerator. So I want you guys to see how with the 1 box of pectin look, if you like it more looser or if you like it stiff. Okay, here's the one that I just made, and it's only been 15 minutes in the refrigerator. So is this the way you like your jam? Like that? And this, like I said, only 15 minutes in the refrigerator. So let's try it on some bread. Okay? Let me swing you around so you can see what I'm doing. And it tastes so delicious, you guys. So the one that I just made, remember, it's not quite ready yet. Let me know if you like, wait a minute. Let me know if you like this one. It's going to get a little thick. It's going to get a little thick, you guys. If you like that one, and then I see little chunks of strawberries. You like the more looser one where it just, but it's going to get a little thick, but not as thick as the other one. Or do you like the one with the, see, that ain't going nowhere. The 2 packs of pectin. this is delicious too. It's just if you like it a little bit more stiffer, okay? But I'm not going to keep you trying to spread this jam. So you have that one. It is so delicious as well. And then you have this one. So let me know if you like the thicker jam or the looser one. But like I said, this is going to get a little bit more thicker, but not as thick as this, okay? Woo! That is so good, guys. I made it, if I gotta say so myself. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this wasn't too complicated. If it was, you can always email me, leave a message in the description box. I mean, not the description box. Leave a message in the comment box, okay? This good, y'all. I love you guys. And I did this because a couple of people were asking about simple strawberry jam. So let me know which one you like, the thick or the thinner one. And I'll get back with you. I love you guys. Y'all know I do. But guess what? If I had a mic, I'd drop the mic. This is good. But I love the Most High more. Shalom.